Today we're going to discuss some super cool, hyper-realistic prompts for creating modern American houses. We'll talk about how to make your house look inviting with floral decor, and how to make your house feel calm and relaxing. Let's get into it. Hi everyone, it's Aurelio Aesthetics YouTube channel for Education's house prompts for you. Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about how to build hyper-realistic modern houses. I love this one. It's like really clean, white, airy. It has those black windows, which I love. Looks very contemporary, and yet at the same time not cold. And that's what I love about this prompt. Because we can make these super clean houses without making them look cold. And I think that is a great balance. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Obviously we have a hyper-realistic house. We need to add in our location here. So we have a modern American house. Then we want to describe the exterior of the house. So we have a two-story modern American house. The first floor has floor-to-ceiling windows, and it has those black window frames. I love when they contrast the brick or the wood or whatever material your house is made out of. It just looks really clean. Like if you use gray or brown windows on a white house, it kind of blends in, and you lose that crisp, clean aesthetic. But when you do black, it just looks super good. Now, for the second floor, we have dormer windows. Now, if you guys don't know what dormer windows are, it's when you have a roof and then you cut out a section of it to install a window. And that's what gives us that top floor look. Otherwise, it would just be wasted space. There wouldn't be any light coming through. So that's where the dormer windows come in. They look really cute. They're definitely a characteristic of a Cape Cod home, but you can see that in other homes as well. And in this case, they look so cute. That is a 3D render. That's not a picture, it's a 3D render. And I was able to get this because I used all of these keywords to generate this image. You might be wondering, why didn't I use all of these keywords? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to tell you right now. For a hyper-realistic prompt, you want to use less keywords, maybe 4 to 6. You want to be descriptive, you want to be detailed, but you don't want to be too wordy. So instead of saying something like two-story modern American house, I could have just said modern American house, and it would have been fine. But I wanted to emphasize that it was 2 stories, so I added that in, okay? Now we have the exterior, but what about the interior? How do we make this look inviting? Well, enter flowers. I absolutely love this. You have your basic white walls, which gives you that clean, bright, open concept look. And then you have the wood floor, which gives you a bit of warmth. It feels more homey. But then you have the flowers, and this is what makes the house look inviting. Because when you walk in, you're greeted by this beautiful bouquet. In this case, it's a wildflower bouquet. Wildflowers are really popular right now. People really like them. And I think it's because they look kind of free, you know? Like they're not cultivated, they're not perfect, but they still look beautiful. Same thing goes for people with tattoos, piercings, purple hair. It's like, yeah, you're a little imperfect, but that's what makes you beautiful. Okay, enough of that. Let's get back to our prompt. We have a nice big bouquet right there. I like when the vase is clear. That way you can see all the different types of wildflowers in there, and it kind of blends together and looks like a bouquet. And then you have the table. And you can see that it's a concrete table. I like that because again, it adds to the modern aesthetic. Concrete tables are really popular. And then you have a plant on the side. This is like a monstera plant. I think it's a monstera. I could be wrong. But either way, it looks great. It has those big leaves that are kind of cascading down. And then you have the lighting. Lighting is really important, and this is where you can get really creative. In this case, we have natural lighting coming through the windows. You can also add in things like lamps or pendant lights. So let's say you want to add a pendant light. You can say something like pendant light over the dining room table. If you wanted to add a lamp, you can say floor lamp in the corner. Now I personally like floor lamps. I think they look really nice. They're really functional, and they're great for adding a bit of color because you can get them in different colors. I actually have a blue one in my apartment. It's probably my favorite piece of furniture, even though it's just a lamp, but I love how it looks. It's a really nice pop of color, and since it's in the corner, it doesn't really blend in. It stands out, and I think that looks really nice. Let's take a look at another example. So here we have a similar interior. We have a lot of natural lighting coming through, but in this case, we have different types of plants. We have a fiddle leaf plant, which is my favorite plant. I want one so badly. But then we also have a snake plant. I think we have a snake plant. It's hard to tell because it's a little blurry. But we have a snake plant, and we have some sort of leafy green hanging plant. And then we have a pendant light. We have a concrete pendant light over the table. And then we have a nice big bouquet of wildflowers. Okay, let's take a closer look at the bouquet in this one. So we have a nice big bouquet of sunflowers. And I love sunflowers. They're like super bright, super happy. I think it's a nice contrast to the darker tones in the rest of the room. And then we have a vase. I think it's a ceramic vase. It kind of looks like there's some sort of pattern on it. It's hard to tell because it's a little blurry, but either way it looks great. And then we have the table. This looks like a marble table, and I love marble. I think marble looks so classy. It looks really expensive, but it's also really easy to work with. And then we have a fiddle leaf plant on the side. Fiddle leaf plants are really popular right now, and for good reason. I mean, look at it. Look how beautiful it is. I need one so badly. And then we have a painting on the wall. It is a black and white painting, and it kind of looks like an abstract painting of some sort. And then we have a shelf with some books on it and some sort of decorative object. I'm not sure what that is, but either way, it looks great. Okay, last but not least, we have the lighting. So we have a nice warm glow coming from the pendant light. And then we also have some natural lighting coming through the windows. And all of that together creates this nice, calm, relaxing vibe. And that's what I love about this prompt. Super chill. It's like you want to kick back, relax, have a cup of tea, read a book. It just feels good to be in this space. And that's what I love about mid-century modern. It's very clean, it's very simple, it's very minimal, but at the same time it feels warm, it feels inviting. It feels like a place where you want to live. And that's what I love about interior design. It is like you are able to create a space that reflects who you are, and it feels good to be in. Okay, so that's how I would create a calm and relaxing vibe in my house. What about you? How do you create a calm and relaxing vibe in your house? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.